Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. This is gorgeous behind me.
Stuff.
I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. Thanks for watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. A lot to get to this morning, so let's first get a check on that beautiful forecast. Meteorologist Jill Gilardi is here with the details. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
Looking beautiful out there, huh?
Looking beautiful, you ladies, and the sun just, completes it all.
See if I can snap a pic real quick.
Yeah, definitely get a picture of that. It is a gorgeous start there. Now, some areas it's harder to see a beautiful sunrise because we are tracking fog that we gave you a first alert about at least 24 hours ago. And the visibility is the poorest where you see right along the river valleys, Connecticut River, across the eastern part of the state, back to south and west of Waterbury, and then back towards Danbury. So in some areas, it is very challenging to see. That would be Windsor Locks taking the cake right now in terms of our cameras showing very poor visibility. 60 degrees right there. And as we take a look at the temperatures right now, well above average as we kick off the day. A few spots in the low 60s. Otherwise, we get mid and upper 50s generally. So out the door, you'll have to just be mindful of that fog, and any low cloudiness will be burning off through about the 9 o'clock hour, leading to a lot of sunshine to greet us as we head towards lunchtime. So definitely need the sunglasses today. And you are dressing for summery weather once again. We're going to be topping off in that, lower 80-degree range. Could be close to 85 in a few spots too. Not out of the question. And then along the shoreline, you'll be enjoying those mid and upper 70s. So yeah, looking great out there. You don't need the umbrella quite yet, but at some point this week you will. The garden and our lawn will be smiling as well. We'll have more on that part of the forecast coming up in the next 15 minutes, but let's check in with Caitlin for an update on traffic.
All right, Jill, thanks. We'll take you outside here. We're not dealing with any accidents. I just checked in with the DOT, and we're clear out there on the roads. There really aren't any delays to speak of either. You're looking at Milford, New Haven, New London, and Bridgeport. So down on the shoreline, we're looking really good. Some delays starting to build in Fairfield County where we usually see them, but elsewhere in the state, we're clear. And we are dealing with one issue off the roads, but it is being reported to the DOT that in Rocky Hill, the ferry is actually not operating right now. It's closed because the water level is so low. So just be aware of that. I know it's been a while since we had rain. We're waiting for that to come on Wednesday. But if you're traveling out in the next few minutes, we're looking really good. All those roadwork projects we were dealing with earlier have cleared. Here's a look at your drive times here. That's a check on your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Or now to news breaking overnight. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from deploying any National Guard units to Oregon. Oregon and California sued the White House after the Trump administration tried to reassign California National Guard members from L.A. to Portland. The case could inform how other states, including Connecticut, respond to future deployments.
Well, protesters who demonstrated against the deployment of troops clashed with federal agents in Portland over the weekend. Dozens marched outside the Portland ICE facility. Agents were standing on the roof there as protesters walked around with signs demanding ICE agents leave.
Today in Hartford, more than 1,000 people are expected to march to the state capitol, calling on state leaders to protect immigrants. They're demanding a special session to combat the recent federal immigration crackdown. They want safeguards for personal information, courthouse access, and Medicaid funding. Today's march begins with a vigil at the federal building at 11, followed by a rally at the Capitol at noon. Right now, school bus drivers in Middletown and Cromwell are hitting the road. They reached a late-night deal with DACO to avoid a strike.
Yeah, the strike would have forced thousands of families to come up with another way to get their kids to school. Your reporter Roger Suzanin explains how this deal made the lives of parents a little less complicated this morning.
Yeah, there's no denying that the stakes were incredibly high here in Middletown, because if a deal was not reached, thousands of parents in Middletown and in Cromwell would have had to figure how to send their kids to and from school, because these school buses would not have been an option, at least temporarily. So this site, these school buses getting ready to hit the road, are very, very welcome to local parents. Fortunately, the two sides were able to secure a deal really at the 11th hour. This morning, school bus drivers are celebrating after approving a new 4-year contract that they claim includes better pay, retirement security, and union health insurance. More than 80% of the 110 union drivers in Middletown and Cromwell voted in favor of the agreement. DATCO executives announced that they're pleased with the deal and that families' transportation services won't be disrupted. Rebecca Gilbert, who has driven a school bus in Middletown for 20 years, says that she's just thrilled that she'll be able to keep doing the job she loves every day, serving local parents and children.
So happy. Oh my God, I get to see my kids, my families that I've already grown to love.
And these school buses hitting the road really should be a welcome sight to other families across Connecticut, because DATCO actually serves a bunch of different districts in Connecticut, including East Windsor, Bloomfield, and Windsor. And there was some fear that if a work stoppage started here in Middletown and in Cromwell, it could eventually extend to other districts. Obviously, that fear has been alleviated this morning. Reporting in Middletown, I'm your reporter Roger Suzanin, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, happening right now in West Haven, a death investigation underway after a body was found in the bushes right along Spring Street near the New Haven line. Police say someone noticed that body yesterday afternoon. Investigators have not said how they died or how long the body has been there. Right now in West Haven, police are searching for a suspect after 2 people were shot early Sunday morning. Officers responded to Sawmill Road around 2 for reports of gunshots. Pinpoint News Tracker takes you to the location here. Both victims were taken to the hospital for treatment.
Right now, state police are investigating after a body was found in the water at Mansfield Hollow State Park. We've reached out to the state police to find out if this death is considered suspicious, and we're waiting to hear back. We're just hours away from the start of the trial against a former lawmaker and top Lamont administration official.
Costa Diamantis is set to appear in a Bridgeport federal courthouse later this morning. Your reporter Anna Stansfield has more about the charges he's facing.
Today, he'll be facing more than 20 criminal charges, including bribery, extortion, and lying to investigators. Jury selection just wrapped up on Friday, and now Diamantis is expected in federal court at 9:15 this morning. He worked in the Lamont administration before resigning in 2021. The former lawmaker and state budget official is accused of steering no-bid contracts to help himself and his family while he oversaw school construction across our state. Prosecutors saying he took tens of thousands of dollars in bribes. And if convicted, he could be facing years in prison and millions of dollars in fines. Today, your chief political reporter Susan Raff will be inside the courthouse, bringing you the latest updates from this trial, both online and on air at WFSB.com. I'm your reporter in Bridgeport, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, let's turn to your election headlines here. Right now, you can request an absentee ballot for next month's general election. They're available to anyone who won't be able to vote in person on Election Day because they plan to be out of town or have an illness or disability. Applications are available online and at your local clerk's office. Early voting is available to all registered voters starting October 20th.
Well, right now, Manchester police need your help finding the people who they say stole money from an ATM early Sunday morning. Officers responded to Nutmeg State Federal Credit Union around 3 o'clock in the morning. Police say 3 people wearing hoodies, masks, and gloves used a stolen pickup truck to rip the door off before driving away. If you have any information, call police. Also this morning, UConn Health could submit a bid this afternoon or as early as this week, to buy Waterbury Hospital. The UConn Health Board of Directors and the UConn Board of Trustees signed off on that proposal Friday. The hospital's current owners have gone bankrupt. State lawmakers say it could improve access to health care and address worker shortages there. They have also raised questions over who would cover the cost of the deal, which could be around $500 million.
Well, this morning, New England Patriots fans have a lot to celebrate. The Patriots beat their division rival Buffalo Bills last night, handing the Bills their first loss of the season. The game was tied with 20 seconds left. New England kicks a 52-yard field goal and wins it all.